This video is a perfect video for anybody that is skeptical, because I was the same way.
Oh, we get lost in the night. We living in life, we don't live it twice, so we gon' get right. Oh, yeah.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back. I don't know if this will be my intro. Probably won't. But so, ooh, motherfuckers is watching me do this shit. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to wait for them to drive by them. But my Forex team, I'm going to meet up with them. They're like way more advanced. I just joined this team and like a week ago or whatever, and they're gonna tell you everything you need to know about Forex. I mean, I had a lot of questions myself. I've, went to, what is it called, like a session where they just talked about, what it is, and it literally was like rocket science to me, but like it's not. It's literally like it's not. Just know it's not. And like, I mean, well, the person I'm doing this, I don't know what to call him, my instructor, I don't know, but yeah, he's at the top, basically. He's an educator, but he's like very well educated on this stuff, hence why he's an educator. Okay, he's just very well at understanding this, and I'm going to meet up with him now, and, well, whatever. I'm going to meet up with him now, and such. The camera's probably moving like so much, but is it even recording? Yeah, it is. And the lighting is probably trash too, but like, I don't like doing my intros and explanations in front of people, so I'm like, let me do it in the car before I get there and meet them. I'm already late. Like, I just took forever. I was recording another video. Whatever, y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all want to hear about Forex. I don't know what else to say. We're just gonna like go over Forex, show y'all session and such, and just get y'all comfortable with Forex, because everybody and their mama thinks this shit is scam. And so did I, though. Like, I literally thought this shit was a scam. I'm like, where are you getting, like, in my head it looked like free money. Like, where is this nigga? People are getting rich off this. People are dropping out of school. I'm not saying like you're gonna end up dropping out of school, this is gonna distract you from school or whatever. Like, I'm in school, I'm a college student. If you're a college student, it's a way to make money. Like, you're not gonna want to work no 9 to 5. I hate when people pull up next. Okay, but 9 to 5, you're a college student, you don't got time for that. You're gonna be making your paycheck in like a night once you get good. I mean, there's ways you can do it. Like, you can like gradually grow. You can be a risk taker and really just, whatever. But I'm here. I'm pulling up. Y'all finna see these niggas. But don't. Okay, bye. Bye. It looks good?
Yeah, y'all straight.
Okay, what's good, y'all? I'm here with Kunle and David, and we are, the Forex squad or what. They're here to talk to you guys on Forex and everything, the beginning to the end, where they at now, how they got here, what it means to them, what it's done for them, all that. This is to give you guys, an insight on Forex and, all the questions, just personal, connections to it, personal stories. I don't know, people don't really see Forex or like see it actually happen through people, if that makes sense. That people see it on social media. Well, this is still social media, but you're hearing it from people. You're hearing stories from some people. But who want to go first? Who want to tell you a story about Forex?
You go first.
What you think about Forex before you started?
When I got in Forex, I thought that shit was, well, I didn't even know what the word meant, to be honest.
Right.
And they told me that it was like something about the foreign exchange market. And I was like, okay, well, is that like cars on the foreign exchange market? I didn't know what the market was, because I just was unfamiliar with trading in a whole sense, like nothing, stocks and nothing. When I first learned about it, I learned the foreign exchange market was the biggest market in the world.
Right.
$5.7 trillion a day industry. I'm like, anything with that kind of money, I most definitely need to know what I'm talking about.
Y'all hear that?
Fact.
How was it when you started? It was ups and downs?
Yeah. First time I started, it was legit. First 4 days, I won every trade, every single trade I made. I made probably like $1,000 my first 4 days.
Hey.
Right?
How much you start with?
$500.
Okay.
Turned that 500, so I was like 1,500 up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I was like, well, why am I taking such low risk trades? Like, let me just risk all this shit. Like,
right.
I could keep doubling up. I ain't lost in 4 days. When am I gonna lose?
Right.
It only took a short amount of time after that to figure out when market intuition.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I started little, whatever. I started with 500 too, but then I'm doing low risk trades. I've been scared. I've been like tiptoeing around it because I just really want to see. The low risk trades I've been doing has been successful. So I'm thinking, what if I did that with, more money? What could have, what could have came out of it and stuff?
That's exactly what I did. Started risking more, going away from the strategy that we know of as far as risking 2 to 5% per trade. I was just like, nah, we risk 30% this trade, 40% this trade. Those be the one out of the 9 trades we take that I lose. It's like I lost all the profit.
Okay.
Yeah, they direct.
Like I asked him, so like, what got you into Forex? What you think about it beforehand?
So I got introduced to it one of my friends from I used to play basketball with, and I went to actually Matt Thayer's house, known Matty Pips. So I went over there, checked it out. I was sold on it. I mean, they gave me the whole spiel. This was after months and months of me hearing about it, but I was kind of skeptical. So this video is a perfect video for anybody that is skeptical, because I was the same way. I actually BS'd my friend for about 6 months before I got into Forex. Then I finally got into it, and I didn't even trade the first month because I was just scared to put my money out there. And then after that, I started trading. I followed another educator on the platform, and I won like $40, but it was like 15 minutes. I thought I won like $1 million. I was hitting up everybody. I put up my Instagram.
Right.
I was happy because I was like, dang, I just made money. I didn't know what I was doing. I clicked the button. Next thing you know, my account grew. So I was like, I was sold off that alone. And then from there, I just kind of started taking that, building my account up. I started with $250, built that up to over $1,200. Then I went to about $2,500, started pulling out. Then at one point, I got my account down. Similar to you, we all go through those growing pains. I got my account down to like $11. So I had to do $1 and $2 trades for because I wasn't trying to refund it. So I did like $1 and $2 trades for literally probably like 2 weeks and got it up to over 250. Then I got it over to 500 and got it right back up to 1,200. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is what we need to do. Then I started using that money to go to like different seminars, not only just about Forex, just about like, personal development type things, and using those kind of funds that I was getting not only from trading, but from the company as well. And just kind of utilizing some of those things and growing myself. So it's been a wonderful journey since then. Met a lot of people. Traveled, been to Vegas twice, went to Dallas, Florida, about to go to Miami soon. So it's been, and then UK in March,
Indiana next week.
and then Indiana next week. So it's real. It's been something that kind of turned part time, but now it's kind of taken over some aspects when it comes to finances and doing some of the things I want to do. I haven't had to check into an office, even though we're at our office. I have to check into an office to nobody because I work for myself, because it's given me the skill set to do so.
Okay. Okay, so me joining Forex before, I was like, how is this legal? Like, how are you guys getting free money? Like, that's how I was seeing it, like free money. And like, I was about to ask, like, where is this money coming from? Like, how are gains coming and how are you losing money? Where is your money you're losing going? And where is the money you're winning coming from, Like,
I guess you can say, so there's big banks that also, so when it comes to trading, we're retail traders, meaning that we're small, real small in this big pool of money. So there's all these banks like JP Morgan, Chase, Wells Fargo, TCF Bank, US Bank. They all trade for it. So the money that
They hire
professionals to trade for it. So this thing's been around just as long as these banks have been around. It's getting more, it's kind of shifting more to us now that we have the power of this thing,
Right.
the power of
internet. We got full access to everything that we've never had access to back in the days. Before traders had to have a certain amount of money to even go try to find an opportunity to trade.
Mhm.
right.
And now
Most people didn't have that money to just go play with, so nobody knows about trading. Most of us common folk don't know about trading.
Right.
Unless somebody that we know put us on.
Right, exactly. So essentially what it is there's a bunch of currencies, right? So you have to trade in pairs. So like, let's say, for example, you have a US dollar and a Canadian dollar. So when you're trading those pairs, exchange rate, meaning the one US dollar is not exactly one Canadian dollar. So let's say, for example, just hypothetically, one US dollar, it's 2 Canadian dollars. Now, as that rate is 2 to 1 right now, that exchange rate fluctuates as we buy, sell, as the market and economy keeps going. So we're buying the same things, we're selling the same things, we're eating the same things, we're repetitive. So as that happens, the market's fluctuating just as is. When Trump gets on to tweet something, guess what happens to the worth of the US dollar? The thing goes way down. And then that way you can make money, and if it goes up, you can make money the same way. So Forex is a market that's open from Sunday at 4 p.m. to Friday at 4 p.m. So outside of that, Forex is closed.
Okay, and then the money, where's it coming from?
So yeah, it's like I said, so when banks are putting out money, they're not always winning. They trade money that they have, that the banks allow them to have. They use that in the market, and they're not always winning. So some of those losses are money to be made in the market for us retail traders. Us losing as retail traders is money in the market to be made by the banks or whoever else is trading in this market.
Yep. That didn't make no sense to me before. Like, I was just like, where is this money coming from? Where is it going? Yeah, now it's spinning it. Yeah, I'm learning myself right now too. You know, y'all can talk about, you know, what has Forex done for you? You know, how long have you been in it? And like, what can you do now you couldn't do before Forex? You know, like, what has it given you?
Well, me, I've been playing professional basketball for a while. Now I feel like all that running I've been doing, I could have been clicking.
Straight up.
Probably made more, you know what I'm saying? It's afforded me a lifestyle to continue what I've lived. I mean, I'm all over the world, travel many different countries, and I can comfortably live that same lifestyle.
You're in college, right?
Nope, I graduated. I got my paper.
Hey, okay. Well,
That's
Can't take
important.
that from me.
That's important.
So yeah, I played football at the U. You know what I'm saying? Same thing as David. It's allowed me to have a passion, not necessarily just being able to not say I have to do this because I don't want to just to get a dollar. I can use that skill set, leverage money that I have, get those returns, and for the lifestyle that I want to live as well. So,
right. You know, the opportunities Forex have given him, and you know, you can kind of continue on. And you're going to London next March.
oh yeah, there's an event with the company in London in March.
And we'll all be in.
That we'll all be at. So that's another thing that we're gonna do. But yeah, just using some of that money, reinvesting in myself.
You don't open companies?
Indie seller. I opened 2 companies. You know, doing a lot of things just to progress. You know, just grow ourselves because. I mean, I'm 24, so I'm not getting any younger. So,
And you know, there's a term, you know, there's a, you know, what is it called? Millionaires. No, the mentality is there's more than one income. You make more than one income. So, you know, you're doing something, you might be making money right now, but, you know, you might want to, you know, up your next tax bracket.
And it doesn't take a lot of your time.
Right.
If you can get on this for over an hour and scroll through Instagram, you can get on Forex.
Right. Whatever. But yeah, I'm a college student. I'm doing it. I'm finna flip my money. You just know that. And then you gotta
Well,
spend.
appreciate you guys, having us.
Yeah, appreciate y'all, you know, making sure we show these people what Forex is really about. Because this, I mean, for people who think it's a scam, man, just continue to watch all of us grow, prosper, and shine on.
Right.
You know, hopefully you come with us, but
Join the team. Come on, Michael.
the man behind it all.
World's sexiest gangster.
Okay, thank you so much.
A lot of bloopers, a lot of funny moments.
You know the vibes.
Go cop that.
What's going on? My name is Matty Pips. A lot of people call me that as my trading name. My real name is just Matthew Thayer. What I'm going to go over real quick is just kind of the strategy that I've been able to learn over the last about 2 years. There's 2 parts to it. So there's a side where you're going to be able to see the platform itself, where you can actually take the trades, and then my own strategy that I've developed over the last year and a half that, you know, has allowed me to be over 80% accurate. Now, for you to be able to understand how these two kind of go together, I'm going to have to first break down the platform itself. Now, to have a good idea of what the platform is and how it works, this is just a predictor tool. So what we do is we just predict which way the market is going to move in a certain amount of time. So you can see over here on the left-hand side, there's a bunch of different currencies. There's the Great Britain pound, there's the US dollar, there's the Japanese yen, there is the Canadian dollar, and these pairs, they're paired together. Now, as you guys know, we live in America. The US dollar can go against a lot of different pairs. Well, if you've ever traveled outside of the world, if you have US dollars and you travel over to Tokyo, there's an exchange rate. Well, that exchange rate always moves. It goes up and down. Now, $1 might be a certain amount of Japanese yen right now, but 5 minutes from now, it might be something different. So the way that I trade is basically I'm just predicting which way the market's going to move. So let's just take the Great Britain pound versus the US dollar as an example. Right now, 1 Great Britain pound equals $1.31. So if you were coming over from Great Britain and you already exchanged your money and you had 500 pounds and you came back to the United States, you would actually receive more than 500 pounds back. You would actually receive, you know, almost $750 in US dollars back because the dollar is worth more than the Great Britain pound. Now, These percentages that you see over here, 70% just means that whatever you risk, your profit will be 70% of that. So whatever you risk, you will receive back, and you will receive a profit of 70% on Great Britain pound US dollar. Now there's two options. There's a call option, there's a put option. Right here in the middle is where currency is at right now. If I believed that it was going to go up in a certain amount of time, I would press this button. If I believed it was going to go down in a certain amount of time, I would press this button. Now, it's pretty simple. Their time is right here. We do anything from 1 to 30-minute trades. So I tell, my students, the customers, the time that they want to take. I tell them, which currency that we're going to trade. It is your job to decide what you want to risk on each trade. You are in charge of your money. I do not trade your money. You trade your own money. I suggest 1 to 5% of your account per trade. Now, let's pretend like you just started a $500 account. The most you would want to trade on a single trade is $25. Now, that would pay you $17.50. Now, the trade that we would take is right here. So, everything that you see on the screen right now is just a bunch of different indicators. I go over this analysis, I go over this particular trade setup on our sessions. All you have to do is press either the call button or the put button. We are going to go over an example really quick of what a call opportunity would be like. Now right here, I put a arrow and I put a black line exactly where the trade opportunity happened. Now, what we basically look for is 3 confirmations or more. The first confirmation we have is that this red box came and touched this blue wavy line, which is called a Bollinger Band. Now, Bollinger Bands keep currency, they keep these boxes inside of them 90% of the time. They only travel outside about 10% of the time, and whenever that happens, it just means that price is going to go the opposite way. It's kind of like a rubber band. If you were to take a rubber band, pull it one direction, it would shoot something the opposite direction. Same thing with currency. When currency comes down to a rubber band, it's a confirmation. The next confirmation is when it starts moving in the opposite direction. The third confirmation is down here. As soon as you get a buy signal, that's your third confirmation for a trade set up. If you follow my hand all the way over here, you get a number. The number right there is 1.31335. So that is where you look for the entry. When you see price at 1.31315, that is when you would press the call button. Now we're looking at 5 minutes of time, so most likely our trade would be about 5 minutes. What would happen is if we got in at that entry at 1.31315 for 5 minutes, you would see here that price went from that all the way up to about 0.31330. To win a trade, all you have to be right is by the last pipette. So I've personally been trading for about 2 years now. I put $500 in my very first broker account. With the strategy and with the compounded effect over time, I was able to take my account from first 500 to 5,000. So that's what I teach. I teach people how to compound their account from $500 and grow it to over 5,000 in a 30 trading day session. 30 trading sessions. So the way to do that is by basically growing 8% a night. 8% on your first night is $40. So this trade right here, you would risk about 5%. You would get somewhere right around, like I said, $17.50. To make 40, you'd have to win about 2 trades on your very first night. Now I call out about 5 to 7 trades a night, so potentially you'd only have to win 2 in order to get your 8% for that night. But as you continue down the days, your compounding effect continues to grow your account, and as your account grows, your 8% changes, but so does your 5%. And then as you can see here, as you get about 2 weeks in, you're at $108. 3 weeks in, you're at $186. Day 30, on the same session, you would have made $40 at the very beginning. Now you're making $372 in that same exact session. Now, if you continue to compound, let's say with the $5,000, the next 30 trading sessions, you should be able to go from $5,000 to $50,000, and then so on and so forth. So what I've been able to do over the last about 15 months is grow my account from $500 to almost a 7-figure amount now. And I don't ever say anything to impress anybody, but only to say that this strategy has been right over 80% of the time. So 8 out of 10 trades you'll win by just following the strategy, using a risk management of 1 to 5% and just following the trades that plain Simon says. It's been a blessing in my life. It's changed my life. I've been able to educate now people all over the world, and it's pretty as simple as just pressing either call or put button and just following along.
Okay.
So you guys just witnessed the trading side of things. So where you basically can get started as a customer, follow on live sessions 4 or 5 days a week, but there's a completely optional portion of this. So the same way that you're watching this video right now, you can actually go and do the same exact thing. So as a team here, we can actually go out there and we can market this idea, market this platform, this educational system, and teach more people all around the world how to leverage their money on the market, make some side income on top of what they already do. And this is kind of how it's broken down. So let's just say you did get started and right away you start trading. Well, you start making money, and let's say you make $100 in your very first session. Are you not gonna go tell your brother? Are you not gonna go tell your mom? Are you not gonna go tell your grandma that you literally just made $100 in 1 hour? And it was something that you believed never was gonna happen again. Well, what's really cool about this is as you continue to grow your account and as you continue to have success trading, you can actually share this idea, and the company will give you a thank you and a commission based on how many customers that you actually share this with. So let's say you go out there, you show your 3 best friends. Well, as soon as you refer 3 customers your own self, you will receive a paycheck of $150 every single month. They'll break that into a weekly paycheck of $37.50. That's nothing crazy, but anything in life, it takes time, and as it grows, you reap the reward. Now with this, what's cool is you say those 3 friends, they start trading, they're gonna do the same exact thing. Let's say the 3 though, they go on and they share that with 3 friends themselves. Well, 3 will grow to 12. You don't have to know the additional 9 people, but since you got the first 3 involved, now that you have 12 total customers in your organization, now you'll receive a $600 paycheck, $150 a month, every single month. $150 a week. Now, if the 12 continues to grow as they start to trade and as they start to tell their friends, 12 grows to 30, that's $1,000 a month, $250 a week. 30 grows to 75, that is $2,000 a month, $500 a week. 75 grows to 225, that's $5,000 a month, $1,250 a week. 225 grows to 500, that is $2,500 a week. 500 to 1250 is $6,250 a week. 2,500, 12,500 a week. 5,000 pays $25,000 a week. 15,000 subscribers pays $62,500 a week. And 30,000 customers will pay you $125,000 a week. Now, a lot of people have questions. A lot of people wonder, why will somebody pay you $125,000 a week for going out there and sharing this? Well, the reason why is because this company doesn't spend $1 on advertising. They do not spend it on billboards. They do not spend it on radio ads. What they're spending their money on is helping you bring $4.3 million to the company in the form of marketing and advertising, and they're gonna pay you a portion. So the reason why you make $125,000 a week is because you have brought in $4.3 million to the company. You have brought that in as a customer base, and you get rewarded for that. Now it just starts off with you just referring 3. You don't have to know the additional 29,997 people that start in your organization. You just need to know 3 good ones that will go out there and share. That's the power of leverage. That's the power of your network. Your network's your net worth. For me personally, I got started. 90 days later, I was a Chairman 10, which is 500 customers. I was getting paid $2,500 a week, every single week for the last 1.5 years. If you're interested in learning this portion of it, reach out to us. We'll help you. We will teach you how to do this, and we'll be a team and we'll grow together.
We living in life, we don't live it twice, so we gon' get right. Oh, yeah.